Welcome to PelviBiz podcast. I'm Dr. Kelly Alhui. I've grown my pelvic health practice, orthopelvic physical therapy, and now I'm helping pelvic health professionals do the same. Each week, I give you the knowledge you need to grow your practice. Let's get into today's episode.
Many of you are familiar with the name, but if it's new to you, Jane is a HIPAA-compliant all-in-one practice management software and the sponsor of our show today. The team at Jane know your time is valuable, and they designed online intake forms to help you reduce admin work and so that you can take back your treatment time. Whether you need to collect patient or client data, insurance policy information, health history, or consents, Jane's online intake forms offer a safe and secure way to gather everything you need before your patients walk through your door. You can also collect payment details securely through your intake forms via Jane's PCI-compliant payment solution, saving your patients time at checkout. To learn more about how Jane's intake forms can help, head to jane.app/guide to book a one-on-one demo with a member of their team. If you're ready to get started, you can use the code PelviBiz1mo at the time of sign up to get a 1-month grace period applied to your new account.
Today, I'm going to talk about how to actually be a good leader. What does it take to be a good leader? What are the qualities of a good leader? And how can pelvic health therapists develop skills to help build their leadership skills up? They don't teach us this stuff in school, people. They don't teach us this. So how are we actually going to become a leader when they've just taught us to just be a therapist and use our hands? So today, I'm going to give you a little takeaway, how I truly believe I'm a great leader and what qualities I feel like leaders really run with and can really be a leader in, right? So here we go. Number one, you have to be a thinker and not a doer. That is a good leader. What I mean by that is you actually have to be the one that's behind the scenes thinking and not being the one that's just like, okay, I got to put out the next fire, next fire, next fire, next fire. That's great. But if you're constantly in this like really high upregulated nervous system and you're like, okay, I just got to do the thing, and you're constantly just stuck in overwhelm, that's not a good leader because there's no action normally taken and they just get frozen and they can't lead anything because they're just like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. What do I do next? You've got to be able to let go of the overwhelm. And how you do that is you literally just take 1 minute by minute, 1 hour by 1 hour, 1 day by 1 day. And that's how you get rid of overwhelm, okay? It's just, you say, what is the problem in front of me? How am I going to solve it? Solve the problem completely, and then move to the next problem. You're always going to have problems. I have like 40 problems a day, okay? But I don't let it discourage me, and I just go ahead and take action and move forward on it. So that's number one. Be a thinker and not a doer. Number two, be a listener. Be a really good listener. Be able to get people to open up to you to understand what their deeper why is so that you understand how to better help them. That's key. That's number two. Number three, be an action taker. The people that take the quickest action are the ones that are going to get the fastest result. And the ones that see like, hey, there's the problem. This is where I need to fix it. I'm going to take action on it and then just do the thing. That's a true leader right there. And one person that just kind of hangs out and just sits back and says, maybe this might be a good idea. That's not a leader. You got to be the first to the market. So that's huge. Number four, leaders see and feel things before it actually happens. Something called an intuition. It's something deep down in your gut. Now, this can't be taught. I just feel like it's based off of experiences of how potentially that it's taught, but like there's no class on intuition. It's just something that you feel and you're in tune with. And how you get in tune with it is by having different experiences that have led you to different outcomes of why the thing that you thought was going to happen actually happens or maybe doesn't happen. And that overall is going to help build your intuition to be able to make the right decisions in the right moment when it may come to hiring someone, when it may come to making a business decision And that could position you as a leader or not a leader. So I think that's very huge. A leader is a visionary of the company. It's the person that's doing all the thinking and truly just taking an hour a day to just think about what are the next steps for the company. It's very important. Instead of just doing the thing and then being like, I don't know if this is working. And then just being so overwhelmed and not doing anything. It just doesn't work like that. So you've got to be the thinker of your company. A leader is someone that says, I'm going to show you instead of telling you. I think this is massively important. Over the last month, I had to put myself into clinic and I haven't treated a patient in 2.5 years. And I went back in because I had to show my whole team how to do the thing instead of telling them what to do. I had to show them how to get notes done. I had to show them how to send a super bill on time, how to show them how to treat a patient, how to show them how to do packages. I had to show them how to do Instagram posts. I had to show them how to market. I did all of it. So I'm not just saying the things to them and saying, yeah, this sounds like great in theory. No, I'm showing that I'm actually doing it. I'm actually doing everything. I'm doing everyone's job. I had to show them so that the team understands that we got to work together and build each other up so that the whole mission of why we actually treat patients and the way we treat patients moves forward. Because truly our mission is to help everyone that has a pelvic floor know that it's not okay that you have pain with sex. Know that it's not okay to have leakage. Know that it's not okay to have hip pain and low back pain, and that it shouldn't limit you in your life. And that orthopelvic is going to actually move you forward because we have all the tools and the resources to do that. So show them, don't tell them. I think that's so huge. A good leader has to do every task that you ask of anyone to do. So you have to be able in a split second to pivot and be like, if you ask your admin to go out and market, then you should be able to go out and market. If you ask your admin to answer the phone and handle objections, then you should be able to handle those objections. You ask your PTs to get their notes done on time, then you should be able to get your notes on time. It's really that simple. Lead by example. I think that's massively important. Leaders have to clearly define their roles for their people so that they can follow. People actually want to be led. They want to be led. People do not like to be left in the dark at all. And when people are actually unsure about their role and where the path is that they're headed, that's when they start to get bored and that's when they start to leave you. It just happens like that. So you have to have a vision that is so big that so many other people's vision actually sit inside of your vision so that you can continue to lead and they don't just wonder, oh, am I lost in the woods? Does she really care about me? What's going on? Like, do I have a role here? No, you got to show them that they have a role. And it's your job to point that out. I think that's very important. A leader is unique and truly does it his or her own way. This is another good one. You've got to be so unique because that is what a true leader is. I'm not a copier. I'm a freaking leader. I'm leading the pelvic health world and how you're actually going to do business for the pelvic health world. I'm the only person doing this solo. I'm the only person that I know of that's been able to pull myself out for 5.5 weeks having a brick and mortar practice. I'm the only person that I know of that. And I'm no one special. I just know how to do things the way to get what you all want. And it's called systems. And I got to lead you guys and be so unique to show you that it's possible because no one else is showing you. So that's my role. That's my job, is to lead you guys so that we all together can have what you actually want, which is time freedom, which is money, which is hanging out with your spouse or your kids or your dog, whatever it may be. That's what you all want. You guys think that you want more Con Ed because you think that's going to make you the best physical therapist, and that's fine to an extent. But the problem is more Con Ed is not going to get you the things that you say that you actually want. So it's hard. It's torturous for us because we want to learn more. All of us want to learn more. But then that we want to learn more of doesn't actually teach us how to improve and get our time back and our life back and all the things. So what is it? That's what I'm here for. That's why PelviBiz exists. So that I can teach you guys to get exactly what you want. Sure, take a Con Ed class once a year. But then you can also have your staff take the Con Ed class once a year. At the same time, I got to show you how to be the leader so that you can help if anyone that's listening to this has staff, so that you can help them and lead the ship. Because the second that you are not leading that ship, some other person on your staff is going to try to lead the ship, and it may not be the way you want it to, or the ship's going to sink if it does not have a leader. It will 100% sink. You've got to stay on top of the water and not go down underneath the boat, they always say. A leader leads, it doesn't go to the bottom of the ship. It's an analogy. The leader leads, doesn't go to the bottom of the ship. Once it's at the bottom of the ship, if the captain is at the bottom of the ship is going to sink because there's nothing leading the ship. So you've got to stay above the water. It's massively important. Leaders know how to give more than receive. It's another important point. You have got to give so much to your staff, to your community, to your patients, to everyone and anyone. Now, don't lose yourself in the process of that, which is hard to do. I've done it many times. But you have got to give way more than you receive. And that is super beneficial for that very reason. You must give directions to your team members so you understand, so that they understand, where to go. You also have to know what makes your whole team tick, and the fact of how are they motivated? What are they motivated by? Is there something that you can do to help give them what they want even more and also keep them motivated? I think that's important. A leader knows what makes people tick and how to actually give that and structure the company so that everyone has what they want, but still having one main goal to serve more pelvic floors and get them to function correctly, right? That's the overall goal. That's what we all want. We want the best outcomes. It's the number one goal at orthopelvic. I want the best outcomes we could possibly have and be the go-to in the area for any pelvic health concerns. It's the number one thing. So I think those are the things, if I say, leadership, I think those are the things when it comes to being a great leader that great leaders have. And let me just do a recap here. I think they're thinkers. I think they're unique. I think they always see things before other people see them. I think they see the gaps. I think that they're very organized and very clear on the vision that they want to take the team in or move the ship in. I think they're action takers. I think they're great listeners. And I think that they can get people behind a mission and move people that way. And I think that that's huge. So those people, if you're struggling with leadership, which so many people do, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk you through how to be a better leader, just give you a couple of quick tips here and there. But if you're wanting to build a team or just want to be unique, leadership is so important. Have a great night. I consider myself a business and life coach. Are you ready to live the life of your dreams as an entrepreneur? If so, let's chat. See the episode notes below and go ahead and book a call. See you all next week.